Guys, I'm Miss Kim, and because of the stay-at-home order, I'm live today in my son Quinn's nursery to talk to you about making homemade toys. Before I had Quinn, I was a parent educator for 7 years through our Parents as Teachers program, and that included visiting families and talking to them about how play teaches children skills that will help them meet developmental milestones. So play doesn't have to include expensive toys. It has been my experience that children typically enjoy playing with household items just as much as they do traditional toys. So I'm going to show you a few homemade toys that I've made for Quinn. So my very first one, he's actually got it right here. Hi. This one's very simple. This is a rice shaker. So typically you would want to use a plastic container for this, especially if you have a thrower. I don't have a lot of plastic that I don't recycle, and so I already took all my stuff to the recycling a few weeks ago. So I just had a glass jar, so that's what I'm using. He is just now crawling, so he likes to chase it and shake it, and so we haven't had any problems with this just yet. But anyway, so to make this, let me scooch over here. I just got different colored bowls, poured some rice in, and I just put drops of food coloring in each. I stirred them up, let the rice dry a little bit, and then when it was dry, I just used a funnel, put it in here, and he has since shaken it up, made it all pretty. If I were doing it again, the only thing I would do differently is I would use some more food coloring to make the colors a little bit more vibrant, but he likes it and it's fine. So if you decide to make this, make sure you glue on the lid because that can be a choking hazard. I have a cork in there and he can't get that out, so we're good with that. So that's the first one. The second one is a little bit more intricate. It's kind of a craft for mommy or daddy or grandma or grandpa or whoever, as it is as much for the baby. So this is a, he's climbing all over me. This is a pull jar. So as you can see, you pull the ribbon on one side and it moves it on the other. Okay, so he just dove over my leg, but he's fine. So to make this, I got a drill. I drilled some holes and then I used some sandpaper to scrub them down because you don't want to leave any rough edges for them to cut their fingers on. And then just because I like to, I covered it in duct tape to make it pretty. That's totally not necessary. You can see in the middle, I crisscrossed the ribbon so it goes from one side to the other. And then, I put some beads on the end and I made sure to triple tie them because you don't want those beads coming off because that's a choking hazard. Anything that can fit inside of a toilet paper roll is a choking hazard. And I know we all have tons of toilet paper because that's what we're, hoarding and stocking up on. So use those as a tester. You can use any string. I am a crafter. I have tons of ribbon. So I used ribbon and yarn. Yarn worked really well because the knots stay tied really good. But if you don't have ribbon or yarn, you can really use anything. You could use some string. You could use, the string out of like sweatpants that came out and you're not going to fish it back through. You can look on packaging. A lot of times when you order something, it comes with packaging that you just throw away. So, be mindful of that and save it. You could use it for something like this. You could use your significant other's shoestring. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Anyway, look around. I'm sure you can find something. And you just tie it up and let baby play with it. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a fill and dump jar. So Parmesan cheese container lids are awesome. Like I said, I recycle all my plastic, so when I went to make this, I didn't have any plastic. But the cool thing about Parmesan cheese lids is they fit on any standard mason jar. So you can just put it on there. It'll fit on this one. It won't fit the wide mouth ones, but the regular ones. And so I cut up some pieces of straw, and then you put the lid on a container, and then you open up the side with the little holes in it, and then baby or toddler can practice putting the items into the hole. So it helps strengthen their fine motor skills, their hand-eye coordination. And then when they get them all in, you can open the big side, dump them out, and they can start again. If you don't have straws, you could use something like pipe cleaners, toothpicks, pom-pom balls, really anything that is small enough to fit down in this hole. Just be mindful, again, that things can be choking hazards, so make sure you are supervising. And that's really with any homemade toys, you want to make sure you're supervising just so nobody gets hurt. So there's that one. And the last one I'm going to show you today is my bowling game. So I saved cans, and because the pull tabs have that rough edge in the middle around it, I used a canning lid that was from where I made pizza sauce, and I just glued it on here and covered it up. But that's not necessary. You could just cover it with duct tape and make sure that there's no sharp edges. And so I have 10 of these, and you just stack them up and you roll a ball at them, and that's our bowling game. You don't even need a ball, actually. He just likes to knock them over when I stack them up. You could also do that with just like, sorry, my camera is on a stool that is movable, and Quinn is rolling all over the place. Anyway, you could do that with any cups. You don't have to do the cans, but that's a good way to reuse them. I know we're all stuck inside right now, and you might be getting a little bored, and baby and toddlers and all the kids might be getting a little bored. So coming up with some things for them to try is a way to keep them entertained. So let me know in the comments anything that you have made. And I have a ton of ideas, so I'll probably be making some more videos in the coming days. Thanks for watching, guys.